I'm filming.
What are you filming?
The back gate.
Why are you filming the back gate?
So I just have an interest.
You have an interest in what?
The police station.
Okay, what sort of interest?
A public interest.
And who are you?
I'm Pinnock.
Pinnock. Okay. Have you got any ID, Pinnock?
No, sir.
None at all?
No.
Okay. You are detained for a search under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, okay?
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm PC Door for Lewis Police Station, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
could you explain to me the grounds for the search?
Okay, stay your hands out
I'm
your
not going to
pocket
obstruct.
for
Can I
me.
put the phone down?
Can I hold the phone?
Am I still detained?
Well, you want a copy of your search?
Yeah, I certainly do, yeah. Am I still detained?
I've completed the search now, but you wanted a copy of the search?
Yes, so am I still detained?
Yeah. No, you're not detained.
Okay,
no.
thank you. I haven't used this phone to
The same.
I haven't used this phone to record.
The legislation doesn't specify that.
No,
That's
you're
what
just violating my rights, right? You're violating.
In Part 1, a situation that began with calm filming outside a police station quickly shifted as officers raised concerns about possible hostile observation and began pressing for identification before escalating into a Section 43 detention and search. Now, in Part 2, the turning point becomes clear as officers are forced to justify their actions, explain their reasoning, and stand by decisions that begin to weaken with every moment. While they continue to rely on authority, the individual remains composed and focused, carefully breaking down each step of the encounter and exposing flaws from the initial stop to the search and even the pressure placed over his phone. This phase moves quickly and reveals how control of the situation begins to change as the scrutiny intensifies and the encounter starts to unravel in real time.
As I just said, your presence here at the gate of the police station, filming the police station, filming the police station. You freely said to us that that's what you're doing, okay? And
Let me know before you start recording.
we're all recording. Okay?
Can you explain the grounds of what you're expecting to find?
As I just explained to you, okay?
Anything such as what?
Anything in relation to terrorist activity.
That's a little bit ambiguous. Any sort of
That's what
specific,
you guys are
specific
for.
items?
That's what the legislation
I know, but
covers.
pace means you have to let me know. Like what?
Terrorism Act. It's not pace.
I know, but it's a stop and search.
Yeah, that's
Under
not
pace, there's certain regulations and guidelines that you have to
But this isn't,
abide to.
this isn't a pace search.
I understand, but pace sets the.
You can't use that on a completely empty bag.
Okay.
Do you have anything sharp on you? Anything you shouldn't have?
No, absolutely not.
I've already explained to you on piece of door from Lewis Police Station.
You
Yeah?
haven't really explained the grounds. You just said that I have an accountant, haven't given details.
Let me explain.
Searching for my details.
What-
What? Is he
what?
the searching officer?
If you search, no, but I'm here and I can still explain that to you.
Okay, but if he's the searching officer, I would really expect him
That's
to
fine.
search.
So you're getting his details. He's already told you to. But I'm going to be the one explaining. So the reason you're searching is under the Terrorism Act, because you're filming the police station. They're not providing us with details, and it's raised us suspicions. You're questioned by that suspicion. And we've told you that in all our time of being here, nobody else has displayed this behaviour.
Those aren't grounds.
They are
You
grounds.
have to go on base objective, but there's no objective basis.
They are
If this
grounds
is-
under the Act.
No, they're certainly not.
They are.
Filming is not grounds.
Jack up, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
You don't have to agree.
Yeah.
But that's just what we're telling you.
Okay, but there needs to be an objective basis for your suspicion. In order to reasonably suspect someone of being a terrorist, there needs to be an objective basis. The fact that you said no one has been here before is in no ways an objective basis. That's just something that you find unusual. I don't know.
Exactly. Which raises our suspicions, and that's what forms our grounds.
I'm going to face those here.
I don't think you've gone about this very well.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
Don't you leave? Don't you leave? Don't you leave? Under this legislation, I don't have to provide you any details. You know that, don't you?
You're a Chelsea fan.
Yes. That's enough information. And you may be liable to be sued in a civil court.
I understand that, yeah.
You understand that? Yes. You don't seem to be too fast. You proceeded with the search.
Yes, that's right, yes, because I believe I have grounds to search you
think you do
in
have grounds.
circumstances.
I don't
Okay,
think
well
you have
that's where we disagree with each other, isn't it?
No, but it's not an opinion. There needs to be an objective basis. You still haven't told me what you're expecting to find.
This is the moment where understanding the law shifts the balance of power. Officers treated simple public filming near a police station as a serious threat and leaned on unclear suspicion to justify moving toward a search. Yet the individual remained calm and focused and asked for clear, objective reasons behind their actions. Instead of reacting emotionally, he kept the discussion grounded on one key point, which was the actual legal basis for what officers were doing. This approach forced the situation away from assumption and into strict legal standards. Once officers struggled to explain what they expected to find, their confidence began to fade, and the entire justification weakened on camera. That single question broke the narrative and exposed the lack of solid grounds, showing how knowledge and composure can take control of an encounter. Standing firm with clear understanding of rights can shift pressure and make authority accountable, while keeping the situation controlled and transparent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you understand that now you may be liable to
Of course I
civil
understand that,
proceedings in a civil court
Yes, absolutely.
because you've just abused my rights.
Well, I don't think I've abused your rights, have I?
I think you have,
Okay.
because there were no grounds other than the fact that no one in all your time of being here has filmed a police station before. There's photography guidance on the Met Police website.
On the Met Police website?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's guidance about photographers, public photographers, and how the Terrorism Act shouldn't be used to interfere with people recording from a public place. In any case, you should be engaging with public photographers to help identify criminals.
We were engaging with, we are engaging.
I know, so what was the reason for the search? What, because I wouldn't give my details?
But so we have explained, obviously you're being here, you haven't given us really much detail as to
I don't need to give you any details.
that's fine. But then you need to understand that raises our suspicions.
But if I want to, I don't have to account for my presence in a public place. Like, I could exercise my right to not even
Okay,
speak,
but-
and you
so
can't interfere with
I
me.
don't know who you are, so I don't know if you're known to us for any reasons, okay? So how would I find that out if I don't know who you are? So you could have given us your name, your date of birth.
I don't need to, though.
But I understand that.
I don't need to assist you in an investigation, though, do I?
Let me finish.
Sorry, finish.
Okay?
Forgive me.
So we've spoken to you, we've asked you what you're doing, you've told us what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We find it a little bit bizarre. We've spoken to you, we've asked you what you're doing, you've told us what you're doing. Told us what you're doing. Told us what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We find it a little bit bizarre that someone's raised our concerns that you were recording the back of a police station. It's not really recording the area, you were standing directly by the secure gates, okay? That's suspicious to us because it doesn't happen very
Okay, but suspicion is not a crime, is it?
I didn't say it was.
You just infringed on my rights
I didn't say
for the reasons
again,
of...
you're not letting me finish, okay? I will finish. If you stop interrupting me, you'll understand why, okay?
Maybe.
So we could have run you through our systems. You may not be known to us, okay? But you might be known to us. How do we know that? You could be known to us for a number of things. You could be known to us for no reason. But we could have run you through the system. We could have checked that out. So at the moment, I don't know anything about you. I don't
Okay,
know who
but-
you are. You don't know who I am. Apart from the fact that I'm PC Cat and I work at Lewis Police Station.
Okay.
So how do I know that you're not an individual that could cause me danger?
In this exchange, the officers attempted to justify a terrorism search after the fact by labeling simple filming as unusual and pushing for personal details while turning refusal into suspicion. Yet the individual stayed calm and focused and continued to bring the discussion back to one clear point, which was lawful grounds. Instead of engaging in emotion or vague claims, he kept everything tied to legal principles and refused to move away from that foundation. This approach exposed the weakness in the officers' reasoning, and their growing frustration became visible as their explanation shifted away from serious claims toward general curiosity. Once that shift happened, control moved away from authority and toward the informed individual, and the entire justification began to fall apart under scrutiny. This shows how clear legal understanding can act as protection when pressure is applied, and how staying composed can force accountability at every step. Holding firm and asking for proper grounds ensures that every action must be justified within the law and prevents unnecessary intrusion from escalating further.
Connolly, I don't have to assist you in anything. Does that make sense? Especially considering the fact that I haven't committed an offence. Even if I was committing an offence, I'm still not obliged to assist you or hand over details.
It seems to me you're just here provoking a reaction, aren't you?
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why have you searched me under the Terrorism Act? Am I provoking you right now? I'm just explaining my position and why I feel like this wasn't necessary to do all this stuff.
Well, you may well feel like that, but obviously we feel it is necessary.
Okay, so have you satisfied that I'm not here for any terrorist purpose? Can I pick up my stuff? I'm going to pick up my stuff.
Yeah.
Am I still detained?
Well, you want a copy of your search?
Yeah, I certainly do, yeah. Am I still detained?
I've completed the search now, but you wanted a copy of the search.
Yes, so am I still detained?
Yeah. No, you're not detained.
Okay,
no.
thank you. Please write me a copy of the search slip.
I'm just sending the search slip on my phone.
Okay.
I can't give you a hard copy of it.
Why not?
I could sort that out inside the police station.
If
so
you don't
have to wait
mind.
a little bit. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I'll wait,
saying.
that's fine.
There'll be a time delay, yeah?
So I'm okay to continue filming the back gate? So there's no issue now?
I mean, we will ask you to move on because there'll be other officers coming in.
Well, am I free to go?
But you can't stand there, no.
Why not?
Because you're obstructing the gate that is in constant use.
Am I free to go?
You want a copy of the search, do you not?
Yeah, but am I free to go?
You are free to go.
Alright, so I'm free to stay as well, yeah?
Kindly ask that you do move
I'm free to stay as well.
off the property.
No, I'm free to stay.
Council's ground, actually.
Yeah, okay, it's paid for by the taxpayer, it's a public place, as you mentioned, so...
That moment showed real accountability in motion once the search ended. The officers shifted their tone and confirmed he was no longer detained while trying to turn a firm stop into a simple request to move along. Yet the individual stayed in control and asked for the official search record, while also confirming his right to keep filming under UK law. The Stop and Search Code of Practice requires officers to clearly state detention, explain their legal power, outline the grounds, and offer a record if no arrest follows, while guidance from the College of Policing confirms that filming police is lawful as long as safety is not affected. This means once the detention ended, he had the right to remain and continue recording without restriction. These safeguards exist to prevent misuse of authority after intrusive actions have already taken place, and the individual shifted the focus away from emotion and onto legal status by asking if he was still detained, where the record was, and whether he could continue filming. This approach revealed a clear change in officer behavior as command language gave way to explanation, showing a reversal in control, where authority had fewer lawful options remaining and relied on a softer approach. Legal awareness acts as protection in these moments, and knowing when detention ends removes pressure and reinforces your position by calmly asserting rights and requesting proper documentation. You ensure that every action stays within legal boundaries and remains fully accountable.
You should encourage this sort of public photography and citizen journalism. You shouldn't be trying to obstruct and impede my rights to film from a public place. What's that? What are you deliberating over? I'm free to go, right?
Well, the legislation...
Yeah.
You've obviously refused your details.
Yeah.
And the legislation covers us to be able to search you.
Yes.
And also to examine your phone as well.
Right, but the search is complete. You said the search is complete.
I've completed the search now, but you wanted a copy of the search.
And that I'm free to go.
Yeah, but the power's still...
Well, no, the power's no, because the search is complete. You should have launched with that.
Show us your phone anyway.
I don't need to show you the phone.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. The search is complete, sir.
Under section 43.
The search is complete.
I've completed the search now, but you wanted a copy of the search.
No, just because we finished physically touching you.
Yeah, but the search was complete. I was free to go. Yeah, but am I free to go?
You are free to go.
All right. You said the search is over. You need to be very careful about what you do now.
Okay. Can you show us your phone? Yeah.
No, I don't want to show you the phone. No.
The power allows us to. So.
No, it doesn't. The process was complete. You said I'm no longer detained and I'm free to. Am I still detained?
Yeah. No, you're not to say that.
Okay,
no, no.
thank you. Yeah, but am I free to go?
You are free to go.
All right, go. Now you're just stretching your jurisdiction. Now, listen, you guys have already messed up. I suggest you don't take this any further.
Show us what's on your phone.
Why should I show you on the phone?
You
Well,
can
what?
You can control it.
I don't want to consensually show you what's on the phone.
But it's not with consent because we're exercising the power to do it.
But it is with consent because I don't need to show you what's on the phone. All I've done is film this.
Well, then I'll take it and have a look at it.
So you're going to seize the phone
We
if
can
I
do,
don't
yeah.
show you?
Yeah.
Okay, so under duress and under threat of having my property stolen and seized,
No,
I'm going
under
to show.
under the Terrorism Act.
Yes, but the search was complete, Sergeant.
No.
I don't want to show you the phone.
No.
The search was complete.
The physical search of you was complete.
The search was complete. I was free to go. You said I'm no longer detained. The search extends to my phone.
Power extends to your phone.
No, the search extends to my phone. You should have done that whilst the search was ongoing.
So-
I don't want to show you the phone.
So we will seize the phone if you don't give it to us.
All right, I'm going to show you.
Examination.
All right, I'm going to show you under duress and under threat of having my property seized. I'm going to show you. Okay.
So you've got another phone.
I've got another phone. That's right. This is my personal
My
phone.
colleague would like to look at that one, please.
Why? I haven't used this phone to.
It's the same.
I haven't used it.